An offshore bank tax haven website guide. Chapter 1. Offshore tax haven websites. Offshore bank tax haven websites 1. 4escape.com. adamslawcenter.com. adamstarchild.com/swissmoney.html. adkissenpublishing.com. admin.gov.gu/commerce/guam_tax_haven.htm. advent-taxfreedom.com. alexdiolis.com, Canadian who lives in a yacht in the Caribbean and offers financial advice. alphazervicesltd.com. american.net/offshore-banking.shtml, Costa Rica. Anoffshore.com. answers.com/topic/tax-haven. anthonyhargis.com. anz.com/cookislands/offshore-banking/default.asp. anz.com/vanuatu/offshore-banking/default.asp. pdmg.net/asset protection. askitadvisory.com. askitadvisory.com/incorporations_directory. askitadvisory.com/incorporations_directory/bermuda_incorporations.html. askitadvisory.com/offshorearticle-osb.html. asgoldstein.com. askmen.com/fashion/how_250/272_how_to.html, how to open an offshore account. Offshore bank tax haven websites 2. assetprofile.com. assetprotection.com. assetprotection.linkfishing.com. assetprotection.ws. assetprotectionalliance.com. assetprotectionassociates.com, Carolinas. assetprotectionbook.com. assetprotectionbook.org. assetprotectioncorp.com. assets-protection.info. assetprotectionexplained.com. asset-protection-internal.com. assetprotectionlaw.com. assetprotectionphysician.com, for doctors. assetprotectionplanners.com. assetprotectionplanning.net. assetprotectionplus.com. assetprotectiontheory.com. assetprotectiontrust.com. assetsprotection.info. atheneum.com. auckland.ac.nz/uoa/for/current students/international community/living_akl/banking.cfm. bahamasb2b.com. bahamas.com. bahamasvacationguide.com/investments. bahrain.hsbc.com/hsbc/bahrain_per/offshore-banking. baldwinhaspel.com. bankaccountSCO.com, bank accounts worldwide setup services. banking.ru.com. Offshore bank tax haven websites 3. bankofbaroda.com/in/offshorebanking.asp, Mumbai, India. bankrate.com/brm/eda-x/news. barbados.gov.bb/docs/offtaxhavianlist.pdf. barclays.com/africa/mauritius/offshore_bank.htm. barclays.com/international banking. baselinenetworks.net. bayshorebank.com. belize.com/offshore-banking.html. belizetaxhaven.com. bent.com. bermuda-inc.com. best-ranks.com/tax_haven.htm. beshoreoffshore.com. beuntouchable.com. bidsy.com. billshrink.com/blog/1/5-the-world's-most-significant-tax-havens. bizbank.net, First World International Bank. bizeurope.com/keywords/offshorebanking.html bloggerepublic.com boncamper.com/offshore_banking.html nevis brightuse.org/asset protection briseske.com bristol-west.co.uk Guernsey Channel Island offshore banking britex.com britishmint.com asset protection trust budgetcorporaterenewals.com bulletproofasset.com business-directory-uk.co.uk businessinc.co.uk butterworths.co.uk sell the king of tax haven books called the Tax Haven Encyclopedia buxtonlaw.com way.net/moremedia/cartrust.html Caribbean Trust Co., Nevis bzcompanies.com, Belize Offshore bank tax haven websites for CALLENDERS-LAW.com, offshore financial advice CAN-OFFSHORE.com, offshore company incorporation CapstoneAssociated.com, Capstone Associated, offshore captive insurance provider to the mid-market Caribcats.com cariboffshore.com cashprivacy.com, offshore Cirrus ATM cards, offshore banking cashprivacy.com cayman.com.ky/banking.htm caymanbankingservices.com caymanchamber.ky/financial/trusts.htm cbcltd.com, Caribbean Bank, Antigua ceg.ai, Anguilla cfo.com cfoeurope.com cia-usjeans.com, offshore financial advice closeipb.com/forms/resource.htm seychelleoffshore.com closepb.com, private bank cn-c.com, chartered accountants, Cyprus Colorado estate planning attorney.com companyformation.com, company formation and offshore services confidentialbanking.com contractamerica.com 800-961-0149 cookingmedia.com, asset protection software co-operativbank.co.uk corporatepolicy.org/topics/taxhavens.htm cortalcancer.lu/corda_l_conser/luxembourg_bank/offshore_banking.html counterpunch.org/schaefer03252004.html cra-arc.gc.ca/agency/alert/avuiant-e.html tax havens usually also have strict bank secrecy laws wrnwant.org/download.php?id =150 craofamerica.com/gi-glossary.htm, global investing tax haven glossary cr-offshorебusiner.com, Costa Rica Offshore Business Center croman.com crossborderrent.com crownagents.com/cafsl, Crown Agents Financial Services Ltd, UK csmltd.com cyberhaven.com/offshore czerlau.com dallaselderlawyer.com dangerousbooks.com davidtanzer.com, book dbs.com/treasures/offshore, Singapore delos4.com deltapress.com, a few books on money laundering, etc. dig.com/securities/how_to:/set_up_and_offshore banking_account, set up an offshore banking account diassetprotection.com dmsmanagement.ky dollarinvest.com dominica-inc.com, dominica-taxhaven.com, dueoo.co.uk/bank/offshore_banking, dunway.com/html/tax_havens.html, dunway.com/taxhaven, dunway.com/taxhaven/html/forming_company.html, economist.com, Sell the Book Tax Havens and Their Uses by Carol Doggart, economist.com/research/economics/alphabetic.cfm ?term=tax haven, egypt.hsbc.com/hsbc/oman_per/offshore-banking, Oman is a stable, wealthy country. ehumt.com, offshore corporate trusts, company replacing your name. ehow.com/how_22483998_use-tax-havens.html, offshore bank tax haven websites 5. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/offshore_bank, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/offshore_banking, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/tax_haven, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/tax_havens, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/tax_resistance, ntaxes.com, eocnet.com, offshore taxes, equitydevelopers.com, escapeartist.com/anguilla/taxhaven.htm, escapeartist.com/cayman/taxhavens.htm, escapeartist.com/efam11/Canadian_immigration.html, Canada, a non-traditional tax haven, escapeartist.com/global/investments.htm, escapeartist.com/offshore_brokerage/offshore_brokerage.html, escapeartist.com/offshore_companies_house/offshore_companies_house.html, escapeartist.com/taxhavens/taxhavens.htm, escapeartist.com/taxhavens/taxhavens6.htm, esperanza.com/privatebank.html, euraccess.de, european-banking.com, ewas.com, executivesolutions.biz, expat.ca/tax_haven.htm, expatfinancial.com, expatfocus.com, expatica.com, expats.org.uk/finance/banks.html, fairinvestment.co.uk/compare_banking.aspx/offshore_banking, falc.com, offshore, asset protection, ffgl.com, finance.glossary.com/terms/tax-haven.htm, financialaidquick.com, financialplanningmalaysia.com/protection/index, financialznsc.com, find.co.uk/banking/offshore_banking, finer.com, firstadvisor.com, forbesoffshore.com/trust.htm, foreshore.net, bank, formality.co.za, fpg-pr.com, fraudulenttransfers.com, provides coverage of the Uniform Fraudulent Transfers Act, freedomfest.com, move to another country, free-of-tax.com/banking.htm, frontworksgroup.com, garrettpub.com, 800-333-2069, some books, gegapservices.com, genevacom.com, geofinance.com, globalmerchantcards.com/banking.html, global-money.com, globalpolicy.org, globalview.fi, gocayman.ky/content/view/36/91, GoCCP.com, Dominica. GoCCP.com/eng/offbusiness.htm, Dominica. GoCCP.com/eng/offshore-accounts/offshore_account.htm. Goldhaven.com, guidance in setting up offshore investments. Goldhaven.com/books.htm. GeoneasyOffshore.com. GoWealthy.com. GreatPossibilities.com/articles/publish/tax_directive.shtml. GTLaw.com/pub. HealyConsultants.com. HedgeFundNews.com. HelpWithLaw.com, Asset Protection Florida. HidingEarAssets.com. HidingERmoney.securesites.com/hiding/html/ask.html. HighSecured.com. HighStreetFinancial.com, Offshore Financial Advice. HMP.Kiel, Brokerage Cayman Islands. HodgsonRuss.com. Hometown.aol.de/snuck10719/text-3600.html. HoustonProbateLawyer.com. hsbc.co.uk/1/2/personal/travel-international/services/offshore-banking. ibcsonline.com/offshore-companies.htm. iflr.com, International Financial Law Review. ihidamoni.com. Offshore Bank Tax Haven Websites 6. imtrust.cl/en/index.html, Financial Services, Chile. Inkfile.com, Asset Protection via LLC. Infobeagle.com. Interfis.com, Offshore Financial Advice. internationalliving.com/offshore. internaxx.lu, 352-2603-2003, International Online Broker. internaxx.lu, Luxembourg. intlca.com, International Corporate Advisors. investcayman.ky. investionary.com. investmentinternational.com. investopedia.com/terms/t/taxhaven.asp. investorsoffshore.com. ishami.swbel.net/moonshead/hide-your-ass.html, book hide your assets. jgaltd.co.uk. jordan.hsbc.com/hsbc/jordan_per/offshore-banking. judycatum.com. kleinfeld.com. nocplaw.com/tdf90faq, foreign bank accounts. kycnews.com/offshore_alert.asp, investigative news on offshore banking, finance, and fraud. kypros.org/cyprus/sci_republic/offshore.html. lawmonta.net. lawflunusa.com. lawnfo.com/index.cfm/fuseaction/client.lawera/category ID/56. lectlaw.com/filesH/bbg10.htm. legalmountain.com. legalterm.com. legalwiz.com. libertarianworld.com/offbbank.html. livaninvestoverseas.com. lloydstsb-offshore.com. lorman.com. lowtax.com. lindenconrad.com. markskousen.com, emskousen.com. moslon.com. mayorreiser.com.